Hi, everyone, and welcome to week 5 of English 1010. Congratulations, you've made it through the first project, and now we're moving on to the second project. So let's just take a quick look at what's coming up because this project is a little bit different than any of the other ones we're going to be doing. So if we take a look at the schedule that's coming up, Unit 2 is an analysis of literacy history. So what we're going to be doing is building on your literacy narratives as part of a team project. This is a shorter unit, so it is comprised of week 5, 6, and 7. So it's not a 4-week unit, it's only a 3-week unit. For week 5, you're going to be doing group formations. For week 6, you'll be working on learning about synthesis and interviewing for primary research. And then week 7, you'll be drafting. So let's take a look at how you're going to find and interact with your groups. When you go to course content and you go to week 5 this week and you scroll down, you'll find this Teams and Wiki pages. So go ahead and click on that. And what you'll see is a page that lists all the groups. There are 5 groups for the class, each that have 4 or 5 people in them. So they're kind of larger groups. There is a Google Doc for each group. I'll show you that in a second. And then each group has a page over here on the right, a wiki page. So before Wednesday, before 9/22, you have to fill out your group's wiki page so that I know you've seen your group and that you're ready to participate. So to do that, you find your name. So for instance, if I'm in group 2, I would come over here, I would click on group 2. I would click on edit wiki content, and then I would simply type my name, my email, and the best way to contact me would be whatever you want to say. Email is the only way that you are required to be contacted for this course, so it's perfectly fine to say I'm only available through email. Then you'll hit submit, and then what you'll see is the wiki will be updated with your information on it. So once you've done that, you can kind of go back to the main page that we were just on. You can find your group's Google document, and the Google documents look like this, and you can fill out some of your basic information. So this Google document is completely editable. Your team's going to use it as kind of home base so that I can keep track of who's actually participating in the group. And so your group can keep track of any information or files you might need for this project. You can do a lot of this project asynchronously without having to actually meet and talk to each other. But you will want to arrange at least 2 synchronous meetings, 2 meetings where you can all jump on Zoom, or you can all be on the phone at the same time, or you can all be emailing or working collaboratively on this document at the same time. So to get started with that, make sure you write your names and your preferred contact email here so that you have it on this document. People don't always have to go and sign in to Blackboard. Anytime you're available for synchronous meetings, write your name and then say when you're available. Mornings, evenings, if there's specific times you know you have available, go ahead and put those down because chances are you're going to have overlap and it'll be easy to arrange a meeting then. You also want to write times you're not available. So if you work nights, if you work weekends, and you know you're not going to be available to be able to respond quickly to your teammates, put that down here so they know when you're kind of like out of range. And then together, you're going to want to decide how many times do you want to make contact with the team. You should be checking into this document and emailing or checking in with each other at least 2 to 3 times every week so that you can kind of have an ongoing team meeting. Think of this as the same as if you'd be in an on-campus class. You'd be in class 2 times a week, so you'd want to check in at least that often. So these check-ins can be asynchronous, but that's when you're going to kind of commit to checking into this document, checking your email, making sure you're keeping up with the group. But as I said before, you should try to arrange some synchronous meetings where at least most of the group can get together and talk. In addition to your general just forming your group, this document is going to be where you can put links to any of your other documents. So if we go back to week 6, what you're going to see is that there are some team projects. So there's a team analysis project. When we get to, let me go here to week 6. So next week, you're going to have to actually turn in a group project. And that is your summary of interviews. So when you go to your Google Doc, your team questions worksheet, you're going to put a link here so that everybody can work on it together. Your team rhetorical analysis worksheet, you're going to put the link to that worksheet. You can work in Google Docs, you can work in Microsoft 365, whatever cloud-based document you're going to use to work on so that everyone can kind of jump in and collaborate. So there's 4 short homework process work type things you're going to do. And then as you start working on your team project, you'll put a link here to that draft so everyone can kind of jump in and do that. So to have these links, I would suggest that your team nominates a team leader, someone who's comfortable with cloud documents and collaboration. They can kind of maintain this Google Doc and keep things going there. The other thing that you have that you can use at your disposal for teams is now that you've been assigned to a group, you're going to see over here on the left side of your Blackboard page, you now have My Groups. And so your group literacy history project now should show up. There's a file exchange, so you can upload files you want there. There's a group discussion board, which is a good place to leave messages for each other and kind of keep the discussion going. If you're comfortable with a discussion board that you can subscribe to, it works the same as our other discussion boards where you can create threads, but it's private to your group. Then your group could decide to communicate that way. You can assign group tasks for everyone and when they're due, and assign them priorities so that you can keep your group organized. You can send emails to your group members. You can have a group homepage that has all of the information on it. And there's also a group wiki, which again is just kind of a cloud-based document that you can use for your group. So there's lots of different ways that you can kind of collaborate on this particular project to get it done. Again, you need to get your group formation stuff going this week, because starting next week, you'll actually have short assignments to start turning in. If at any point you have any problems with your group members, you need to email me immediately to let me know so that I can help get that person back on track, or if necessary, remove them from the project. If you have any questions about any of this, please be sure to let me know. And good luck. I hope you enjoy getting a little bit of a chance to work with one another in a slightly more creative project.